everyone. Today I've made my way about 10 miles north of Lynchburg, Virginia to the Briarwood Cemetery here in Amherst County. This cemetery is located right on the side of US Highway 29 near the town of Amherst. And I've been wanting to do this video for a while now for personal reasons that I'll talk about in just a few minutes. When you come into the cemetery, just bear to the left and park at this walkway that leads up to 3 crosses. Across the road from the walkway is the Garden of Faith. There, you'll find the final resting place of Major League Baseball player Jim Bibby. Jim Bibby was born on October 29th, 1944 in Franklinton, North Carolina. His brother, Henry, and nephew Mike went on to play in the NBA, but Jim's talent was in baseball. And as a high school player, he attracted the attention of several major league scouts. His major league career was delayed because of his military service during the Vietnam War. Finally, after completing his military service, at the age of 27, Jim Bibby made his major league debut with the St. Louis Cardinals on September 4th, 1972. In 1973, Jim was with the Texas Rangers, and on July the 30th, 1973, in the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum against the Oakland A's, Jim Bibby pitched the first no-hitter in Rangers history. After playing a few years in Cleveland, Jim was traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1978, where he started 14 games. Then in 1979, Jim started 17 games for the Pirates, had his 12-4 record, helped the Buccos win the National League Championship, and advanced to the World Series, where they defeated the Baltimore Orioles in 7 games. In 1981, Jim was still with the Pirates, and on May 19, 1981, he started a game in Atlanta against the Braves. He gave up a leadoff single to the Braves' Terry Harper. That was the only batter to reach base for the Braves that day, as Jim retired the next 27 batters in a row, narrowly missing a perfect game and his second no-hitter. All total, Jim spent 12 years in the major leagues, appearing in 340 games. When his career ended in 1984, he had compiled a record of 111 wins and 101 losses with a career ERA of 3.76. After retiring from the major leagues, Jim took a coaching job with the Durham Bulls. Then, in 1985, Jim moved to Lynchburg, Virginia, where he became a coach for the Lynchburg team in the Class A Carolina League. From 1985 until his retirement in 2000, Jim Bibby coached the Lynchburg Mets, Red Sox, and Hillcats. He was a fixture not only among baseball fans, but throughout the Lynchburg community. He was one of the best known and most popular figures in Lynchburg and throughout the Carolina League. Now, I told you earlier I had a personal reason for wanting to do this video. You see, back on July 30th, 1973, I was sitting down the first baseline at the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum, and I watched Jim Bibby throw that no-hitter. It's still the only no-hitter that I've ever seen in person. Then, a few years later, when Jim was coaching for the Lynchburg Red Sox, he participated in a Carolina League old-timers game for the Salem Redbirds in Salem, Virginia. At that time, I was a local high school umpire living in Salem, and I was selected to umpire the plate for that 3-inning game. Jim was one of the pitchers, and when he took the mound, I mentioned to him that I was in the stands that day he pitched that no-hitter in Oakland. When the game was over and I was walking off the field, Jim sought me out and we talked for a few minutes. We talked about the no-hitter, but we also talked about the Carolina League and how much he enjoyed coaching. I got the impression that Jim loved living and working in Lynchburg, and before we parted, he signed a baseball for me. That baseball is one of my most treasured possessions. Jim retired from the Lynchburg Hillcats following the 2000 baseball season. His jersey number 26 was the first, and so far, the only number in the history of Lynchburg baseball to ever be officially retired. In retirement, Jim continued to live in the Lynchburg area until his death at the age of 65 on February the 10th, 2010, from the complications of bone cancer. Well, this is where I'm going to end this video. If this is your first time here, welcome, and I hope you'll consider coming back and maybe even subscribing. That way you'll know when I post new videos. If you're already subscribed, I can't thank you enough for your support. And if you enjoy my videos, a thumbs up and comments are always appreciated. So, until next time, remember, life is a wonderful journey. Be sure to take time and enjoy it. And I'll see you down the road. So long, everyone.